Hello comrades, welcome to part 2 of the CoH2 crash course. In the first video, we covered a lot of the basics such as cover, retreating, and vehicle movements with the Soviet faction. Now we're moving on to the Wehrmacht, and I'm going to be including a lot more advanced tactics, assuming you watched the first video. So if you haven't seen that and you're new to the game, you might want to go back and watch it because I'm going to be explaining a lot more things in depth, assuming you have that basic understanding. Alright, in the first video, we did do a 4v4 game, which is the largest game mode, and it has the largest map. So we're going to work our way down and do a 3v3 just to give you a taste of some of the other map varieties that there are, and in the next videos we'll do 2v2 and 1v1 as well. I probably should have done the opposite, but hey, I'm a big noob and this is how I roll. Actually, before I go guys, I realized in the first video I neglected to show you how to upgrade the medics on the Soviet base building. So on your tier 0, you're going to want to click that and you'll see an upgrade option just to the left, and there's a little medic icon. This is also where you upgrade the abilities Molotov and anti-tank grenades for your conscripts. Now this game does start very slow. We have an AFK teammate and I just move forward assuming this is going to be a short game, but it actually turns into a very exciting game, and I keep teaching throughout the whole thing, so I think it's going to be helpful, and I think it'll also be entertaining, which is the best of both worlds. Alright guys, enjoy. So Wehrmacht commanders honestly are underwhelming in my opinion, but when I was thinking about what I would recommend, these are the three I came up with: Blitzkrieg Doctrine, Fortified Armor Doctrine, and Spearhead. And honestly, I think I would recommend Spearhead to new players. And you'll notice all of these commanders have the Panzer Tactician ability, which allows any of your vehicles to release a cloud of smoke, which is an amazing way to escape from a very dangerous situation, or you're snared. I mean, you just want to get your vehicle out of there. It's very hard to deal with as an allied player because you have to attack ground or decide to take a risk and dive through smoke. Now this Spearhead Doctrine has the mortar half track, which is just a way to lob mortars. It's in a vehicle form. We got the recon plane, which is good for getting vision. Tiger's an all-around solid tank. Fragmentation bomb is an amazing drop ability that will just wreck infantry. Just deletes them off the map. So we're playing 3 Soviets here. One thing you can do when you're facing opponents, guys, is look at what commanders they have, and you can see what abilities. Everybody has the option to have 3 commanders. So off the bat, MG42 for the Wehrmacht is the best machine gun in the game. You can feel good about building that right away. I think almost any player would do that because it's in your main tech building. You do not have access to these Panzer Grenadiers until you tech up to Battle Phase 1. I'm going to start off by building our tier 1. We'll go over what that includes once it's finished here. I'm going to go ahead and send my engineers to cap the Muni. Alright, so we have access to grenadiers, mortars, and a sniper. I would recommend new players stay away from sniper because they're very expensive. And they require a lot of babysitting on the battlefield. It's pretty easy to lose them, and then you're essentially just deleted that resource from your army. I would wait to use that unit until you feel more confident. Mortars for the Wehrmacht typically aren't as needed unless the enemy is going to be spamming machine guns and you need the smoke, or you need to get them out of buildings. Typically, because the Wehrmacht has this MG42, the Allies' responsibility is going to be, you know, they're being forced to have to counter this if you position it well. This machine gun has the widest arc and most suppression, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty dang confident in the whole game. Grenadiers, as you see, we only have 4 models. So you watch this. He's immediately suppressed on our first burst from the machine gun. He's just going to retreat. There's not much he can do. He doesn't have a mortar to counter that yet. So we essentially just got free reign over this middle of the field so far. I'm going to go ahead and build more grenadiers. I think even after watching the pros, I can confidently say having about 3 infantry squads is a pretty normal and strong build order, no matter your faction. In some cases, I do like to spam machine guns, you know, just to catch people off guard, to try to lock down some more map control and be more stubborn to deal with. I'm gonna go ahead and get behind green cover. This is actually not a good fight. We have 2 conscripts. They both have 6 models, you can see. I'm in the open. They have better cover. not so good for a grenadier with 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk back. We have this machine gun covering us, so I can kind of walk back into it. Now, until they counter this machine gun, I should probably move my infantry to other parts of the field. Our teammate has pushed aggressively up here to capture that fuel, which is technically their fuel. You'll see it's closer to their base over here. I'm gonna go ahead and probe our left because we really should be capturing this fuel. He's trying to walk around the MG, so now we have him suppressed. I'm gonna press A and click on this squad, and the machine gun will shift targets, but he was reloading. So in some cases, you can suppress one, press A and click on another unit, and your machine gun will change targets. So you can try to get 2 units suppressed that are far away. But unfortunately, he used his hoorah ability, which is a conscript way of running faster. So he got outside of the arc of my machine gun, got around it. It's a good play. Good play is the conscripts. Overwhelmed with numbers. Historical accuracy, okay. So the Wehrmacht way of healing is a little unconventional. You go to your engineers, you click B, and the Wehrmacht have access to these bunkers. So I'm gonna go ahead and build one of these bunkers at base because these bunkers can be upgraded to machine gun bunkers, healing bunkers, or reinforcement bunkers, which is not very straightforward. Because if you didn't know that, you'd have no idea how to heal your troops. And the MG bunkers are pretty stubborn. They're pretty tough, hard to deal with, especially in early game, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. See, if I click on this, you'll see the 3 upgrades here. We need 60 munitions to upgrade to one of them. I need to save up in order to get that muni upgrade. All right. Got some conscripts pushing our front line here. It's making it a little uncomfortable in the middle. Two conscripts coming. All right, I really want to move my machine gun. Try to get him just on the edge of this yellow arc. Try to get some suppression on these conscripts because I think they are going to win this fight every time. And until I can get these MG42, oh gosh, I'm getting flanked hard. And these are partisans. A commander only infantry from the Soviets that can spawn in buildings. Notice how they're utilizing the screen cover. That's smart of them. And he just got suppressed from our base machine gun. Maybe a stroke of luck. So as grenadiers, you do want to upgrade to battle phase 1, which I'm going to do right now. I click on my home base. And sorry, this stuff is hidden behind chat, guys, I realize, but you can look behind the chat. It's transparent. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm taking up to battle phase 1. I gotta get out of here. These guys are outclassing me. I think I'm gonna get another machine gun. Okay, and I need to also tech up this medical HQ. As we talked about in the first video, it's important to keep your troops at high health because otherwise the models are gonna drop a lot faster and you're gonna be combat ineffective. Looks like our team is starting to really struggle here, and this is what I mean by not being my strongest faction. I'm not as strong as putting these abilities to their full efficiency. I'm gonna go ahead and set up MG close quarters, try to put pressure on with my grenadiers. He's gonna try to run around it again. I don't think he has time, man. He's immediately regretted that decision. He's out of here. So I'm gonna try moving up, keeping my MG behind, try to keep the infantry up front. You can see now this is upgraded to a medical bunker. Medics are doing their disco dance to heal the troops. I don't know, I think we might have some newer players on our other team, or they're just straight up AFK. Okay, yellow is AFK, that's why we're struggling here. So we're playing 2v3, it's gonna be tough. But we're gonna do the best we can. Okay, so now that we're battle phase 1, we could upgrade our weapons. We don't have enough munitions though. And we do have access to the Panzer Grenadiers, which are good close quarters troops. They can also be upgraded with Shreks. Panzer Shreks, which are incredible against vehicles. One thing to note though, when you do upgrade a unit such as that to any other weapons, you do end up replacing their close quarters weapons with the bazookas. So you become half as efficient at fighting infantry while increasing efficiency to fight vehicles. I'm gonna dodge that grenade, try to run with him on his retreat path. You can still wipe models as they're retreating, so you want to try to stay in their face as long as you can. So they're just trying to decap our fuel. They don't want us to have fuel. Yellow's still AFK. This is going to be tough. I mean, I think our death sentence has been signed. We're just going to try to delay the inevitable here and learn what we can from this game. I'm going to go ahead and cap that. Maybe I'll get some panzer grenades. We're really bad on our fuel right now, and this is what I mentioned in our first video, is teching up is really based on how much fuel you can afford, because you don't want to tech up too early if you have no fuel to utilize the units you're unlocking from that tech. So it actually makes more sense for me to get more units on the field rather than try to get vehicles that I can't afford. I am going to need to tech up though to get an AT gun, that's for dang sure, because the Grenadiers have a rifle grenade. If you select them and press E, it's a long range. It doesn't have a timer, but you can hear it, they can see this, it'll fly in the air. And as you can see there, amazing damage. Okay, he spawned partisans behind us. I didn't need to ping that for my teammate, but so he spawned partisans, that's one of the Soviets. Commander unlocked infantry, and he got an easy flank on us. Classic partisan maneuvers. I do have some extra manpower. I could consider building caches, and here's, okay, not good, not good. There's a T-70 on the field. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade to our Tier 2, which gives us access to this half-track, a scout car, and the Pack 40. I definitely need a Pack 40. I have the manpower to afford that. The T-70 we didn't really use in our first video. It's very effective against infantry. All I can do is the Faust. The Grenadiers do have access to a Panzer Faust immediately, so as you can see, I don't think it's going to damage his engine though, because he has full health, this tank does. But it worked. I'm going to give him another one. He's trying to wreck this squad. He really wants to delete this squad. But if we can delete this tank, he got it. I'm building my AT gun. So the Grenadier Panzerfaust is very effective, obviously, at damaging. This is a snare that we talked about in our first video. He's just trying to do as much damage because he knows I have nothing else. I fired 2 Panzerfausts. He knows I don't have enough muni to get the rest. So he's fairly confident in staying. Although a better player would probably not linger so long as to just throw that away unnecessarily. So now we're gonna have an AT gun that will be able to push back. Maybe we can go hunt him down. Putting a vehicle only mode on the AT gun right away. No reason to shoot at infantry with your AT gun. Skippy, it's the Wehrmacht. I misspelled, oh. Well, there you go. That's how often I play with the Wehrmacht. I don't even know how to spell it. Alright, we're engaging some long range. Grenadiers are better long range fighters, so I should be staying long range, but Panzer Grenadier grenades are incredible. I'm going to try to get a good one off here. I put it slightly behind him in case he retreats. Still take out some models. See, Panzer Grens are shredding these conscripts close quarters. Conscripts are not that strong, but they are can be frustrating to deal with in multiple numbers. So I should probably link up forces with my teammate, actually, since we are down a player. We would be better off having a computer on our team, because literally he's doing nothing with his resources. Another T-70 on the field. Let's try to get our AT gun up here. I'm gonna give him another Faust. Then I'm gonna immediately retreat. Alright, let's try to get this AT gun up here. Try to get an MG up to cover my AT gun. Use these guys to give my AT gun some sight. So all units have a default sight value. As you can see, we have a range of that yellow line, but the AT gun by itself cannot see up to that yellow line. So I'm using this unit to give the AT gun vision. So that was a shot at max vision because that troop was there giving him eyes. So we just took out that T-70 because of that. That's something good players will end up perfecting, is the ability to use vehicles and other units to give their army sight on units that the enemy won't even really realize, because in most cases they couldn't see the AT gun because it was outside of their vision. So this is a little tricky with the opponent having partisans, because they can really spawn and catch us off guard. So that's a common thing that I'll do is even though I'm outnumbered, obviously, with just engineers versus 4 squads, I kept them there to finish capping that point, because now they have to decap it, and we are still gathering resource from the point in the meantime, and it forces them to stay there a little bit longer. See, he just spawned partisans in that building to flank this MG. It's like a get out of jail free card for him right now. Go ahead and build another AT gun. I feel like I should probably invest in a light vehicle. They went for T-70s. I'm gonna fire a rifle grenade into this group of infantry. Okay, now I'm getting double teamed though. This is not good. I need to get my machine guns to help. Uh-oh, I thought I retreated everybody. I'm gonna lose that grenadier. That red cover is no bueno. Red cover, even on retreating, is going to increase the damage your infantry takes. I gotta get this AT gun out of here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a scout car. If they get a tank, this scout car is not gonna be a good pick. It's very weak, but it can be an annoying thing to deal with. And I think I'm going to need Shreks on my Panzergrins, because I think they're gonna start pumping out tanks pretty quick. Although we have held our fuel. Yellow woke up, yellow's back in. And we're getting Katyusha into our base. You guys should remember that rocket truck from yesterday. This thing's devastating. Alright, we got them to retreat. That's gonna give us some breathing room. You know, anytime somebody has to retreat their entire army, they obviously are not gonna be on the field. So we have some time to go cap stuff. Uh-oh, we have a T-70 out. I don't think a scout car can really handle a T-70, but we're gonna do our best. Actually, I'm gonna go take him to the partisans. Instead, I'm gonna avoid the T-70. Oh, that was a good grenade on his part. Maybe I can try to chase him down with this scout car. And we took out that partisan troop, which is nice. I got an MG on this fuel holding it down. Keeping up our fuel production is definitely going to help us out. Now here's a time where I'm going to think about teching up to battle phase 2. As I mentioned at the intro, the teching of the Wehrmacht is a little strange. I don't get to just build the building. First, I have to tech up to battle phase 2, which is 90 fuel. It's expensive, and actually I only have 112 fuel. I'm not going to do it quite yet. I don't think that's a good investment. But again, this is where, you know, the experience with a specific faction and the timing of upgrading is going to come from experience. The experience that I don't have, and I can't confidently tell you when you should be upgrading. So I just planted a Teller mine here, which would absolutely destroy a T-70. I don't know if he saw me plant that. If that T-70, it won't be triggered by infantry, it's only triggered by vehicles. Now, if we can get that T-70 to roll over that, it's going to be a good night. We can probably bait him in with this scout car. Might be a tempting target. Go ahead and fire a rifle grenade over there. He didn't see it. It's a good rifle grenade. Oh, he's coming. I'm going to try to reverse this way. He's so close. I'm going to Faust him. Oh, we almost got him. I'm gonna send in the scout car to try to... I know... Got him. Okay, Panzer... I don't think Partisan... These guys do not have snares, but the conscripts do. Oh my gosh. I think this guy might have misclicked. I don't think he meant to bring this up here. We're gonna go try to capitalize. Putting vehicle only mode on the scout car, and we got it. This is why personally I don't like to surrender, because you never know what kind of mistakes your enemy will make. They might be overconfident right now. I'm floating 1,000 manpower again, like yesterday. I actually have this problem even when I'm not teaching, but especially when teaching, I seem to forget to build things. I should go ahead and pick a commander. I'm going to pick Spearhead because that's what I recommended. And I'll probably need that smoke for this scout car. It's very hard to keep it alive later and later into the game. We're bleeding points. We only have 1 VP, so I need to get some pressure on this star. Occasionally I like to go take a look at the other parts of the battlefield and see what kind of fights are happening. This is one thing I always wish my teammates were doing, is just trying to be aware of the entire battlefield. It's really easy in this game to get a narrow focus on your lane, and you can just miss opportunities to use dropping abilities or other aspects of your army to help out your teammates and make some decisive plays. So like I can see that Katyusha's right here. Now if I had a tank over here, I might want to go dive and flank that Katyusha. I mean, I might want to send my troops because I don't see anything defending it, so you might want to just put some pressure on it. Now he's sending in troops up the middle. But see, that was a risky play by that player. I'm gonna go ahead and tech up, guys. I think we could use a Panzer IV. I think that would come in handy. So I'm teching up to our tier 4 right now at base. I did go battle phase 2. And we have an Su-85 on the field by one of the 3 Soviets. This is only effective against other vehicles, so I don't have to worry about our troops. I could go give them a Faust, but it would be a waste because a Faust is only going to damage an engine when some of their health has been taken off. It will not damage the engine of a full health vehicle, unless it's a light vehicle. And we just took a Katyusha to the face here, one of our MGs. Let's see, hopefully that grenade can get some models. Only one. Okay. We're putting pressure on, and now that MG's crewable. We talked about that yesterday. I can pick that up with an engineer. Now we have our tier 4 up, gives us access to a Stug 3, which is essentially a small Su-85. Good against other tanks. I'll go ahead and recrew this MG42. We have access to an Ostwind, which is like a flat gun that's effective against infantry. It can also shoot down planes. And the Panzer IV is essentially good against both, but definitely more effective against infantry. Okay, I'm gonna get more Panzergrens. I think a good thing to cover, actually, it does cost fuel. This half track is a way that you can reinforce troops on the field, and it can really come in handy on these bigger maps. So you might want to consider that. I think it's a hard thing to micro as a new player, so I don't know that I would fully recommend it. But if you buy one of these half tracks, you can kind of keep it near your support weapons and infantry, and you can just start reinforcing those units without having to run them all the way back to base. The Wehrmacht also have another option, which is creating one of these bunkers, but instead of healing, you can upgrade it to a reinforced bunker, but it's a static position which cannot be moved. Alright, now we have 3 Panzer Grenadiers. I'm saving for a Panzer IV. We got a lot of infantry on the field, and I think we would do good to have that. Man, it's heating up over there. I think I need to go help out my teammate. I'm going to bring my MG42 here to cover the middle. We don't want to lose that VP since we're doing pretty poor on the points. Okay, I need to put my scout car to use. One thing that's easy to do is forget about units you have on the field. Oh, goodness. I need to bring my AT guns up here. I got my 2 packs. We could probably... This guy's diving. He's getting very dangerous. So here's one thing I want to do. I have my grenadiers here. My grenadiers have the snare. As soon as I get 2 AT shots off, I'm going to shoot the snare. See, he took damage. Now I'm going to shoot the snare and it's going to damage the engine because he has lower health. So that's an important thing to do, is to save your snare until the damage is taken on that tank. See, they're getting way too aggressive. I don't know why my team is losing heart, because we are going to make them pay the ultimate price. I mean, they didn't gain anything for that T-34. This guy's getting toxic. This is something you might encounter in the game, unfortunately. The guy was, he was blaming us for the loss when he was AFK for about 20 minutes of the game, so that's the kind of logic you gotta deal with sometimes. Look at this suppression we got. These guys are blobbing up. We got the right counter. We got MGs. We do need to go help them mid. We got rockets coming in. That's an excellent counter to machine guns, is those Katyusha rockets. It's good to watch what your enemy is doing. This is a good way to actually... You can see the rockets doing damage to our light vehicle. It's a good way to learn the effectiveness of the other faction's units. For instance, as a Soviet player, it's kind of nice to experience what those units feel like on the receiving end, and then you can take note of that. We got some damage here. They're going to try to throw a grenade, so I'm going to retreat. When enemies are getting close like that, so I was too late. It's pretty obvious that they want to throw grenades, and it's better to just get your machine gun out of there before they can follow through with it. Because once the grenade's in the air, it can be too late. I like to access my units up here in the top right. Then you don't have to travel on your screen to go get access to them. You can just click it and then bring it into the fight. Chasing these guys down. Okay, now we got partisan spawn back here. I saw that on the minimap, guys. That's how I knew that happened. Oh gosh, we just drove in range of that SU. Not a smart play. But he missed. So I saw on the minimap a flash of red, and that alerted me to the fact that partisans were spawned there. Now I need to go defend that. It's actually probably a good thing that our yellow teammate left, because now we get AI, and I have a feeling the AI is better than him. Okay, so we're gonna go Panzer IV. Got a lot of infantry. It'll still be effective against T-34s. The scout car should be able to handle this, although he did just take my MG42, which has armor-piercing round ability. So if he knows about that, he'll be able to use armor-piercing against me. We'll see. Okay, he turned the machine gun, so I'm going to reverse out of the yellow arc. Oh, he turned again. So I'm just trying to stay out of his... Oh my gosh. This is a losing fight, I think. Taking too much damage. I'm going to send one squad, try to flank it, send another one on that flank. Fire a rifle grenade. So we'll just let him keep him suppressed for a little bit. Okay, we got our Panzer IV out on the field. I'm going to go ahead and take up the MG42 since we are dealing with lots of infantry. Throwing a bundle grenade from the Panzer grenades on this building, that should clear it out. Did a lot of damage. The guns will finish them up. Okay. We lost middle, and this isn't good. I need to re-establish this front, and I'm going to send my troops back to the mid. So, Vet 3 Grenadiers. This is a new ability that you get from veterancy. I can heal on the field. And I don't even know how to use it. Oh, I just click on myself. Alright. Oh, I'll be honest, I don't really use this often. I don't usually have my troops survive so long. Okay, so they just have to do a little dingly dangly, and now they're healing. That is common, guys. With veterancy, units can get new abilities, so you'll want to keep an eye on your units as they rank up and see if they have anything new. As we mentioned in the first video, that's the hardest part of the game, is learning what all the units do. Oh shoot, we got some enemy airstrafes going on. I think we're gonna need more AT guns. I need to move mine forward, that's for sure. And I think I need to save my munis to get Shreks on these Panzer guns because we are dealing with a lot of tanks. Got our AT guns in max range, but we have vision. 2 volleys go off. He's driving forward, he's gonna lose that tank. Now we know this SU can't harm our infantry, so we're just gonna confidently move forward. And we're on the flank of this infantry. I'm feeling good about that. I'm gonna bring my Panzer IV over here. They really want to destroy this LEFH. I'm gonna throw a grenade on their retreat. This should be good. Oh, they want to take it. I don't know. That's not gonna work for them because I'm standing next to him. They want to fire a snare on me. They want to throw AT grenades. You can tell they just did. Conscripts have access to AT grenades. So I'm gonna want to bring my engineers, go get that fixed up. All right, I got 3 AT guns. I'm feeling pretty confident. This is still crewable. This is a LEFH German artillery. I need to get on the VPs. I gotta prioritize these VPs. Got Pack 40s firing on them. And guys, I hold shift and you press a number, you can make units a part of a numbered hotkey. So that anytime I press 3, it's gonna select all my AT guns. Oh gosh, oh gosh. You do not want your AT guns standing next to groups of infantry. Okay, I'm gonna bring my Panzer IV back even though its engine is damaged. Need to get this MG42 set up. Now technically, okay, that was enough to get him to retreat. If he had 3 AT grenades, that could probably kill this thing, so we're gonna need to be careful with that. Alright, let's not get too aggressive here. I should probably get another tank. I'm floating resource. Oh my gosh. I can afford Shreks now. I'm gonna get some Shreks just because those can catch Soviet vehicles off guard. The AT guns, if they walk backwards, have cover. That I don't know for sure. You know, there's no official database of that type of stuff. You'd have to do tests. The reason I do that is because I want to keep them in a position where they can fire if they need to. So it's kind of just a habit. I try to keep a good habit of reversing out of action. Because if you turn them around, then if they want to fight or, you know, take a shot at the tank, then they have to 180 all the way back around and set up. That's the main reason I do that. Alright, getting my AT guns up here. You know, I'm gonna keep my scout car over here. It's not that effective in the middle of the map because there's so many tanks. I'll just probably lose it, but it can handle some partisan action. Okay. Holy cow. Alright, I'm gonna try to get some crushes here. Look at all, my gosh, those ATs. Okay, I can't crush with a damaged engine. But I can send in the Panzergrens. He's losing a lot of conscripts. This is where I'm going to use my smoke canister. You press T, that's the hotkey. You can see I can unleash some smoke. And it gives him that cover he needs to get out. That is why I recommend these commanders with smoke, comrades. It could be the difference between losing a tank and getting out alive. Alright. I hear some rockets coming in. You want to keep an eye on where those might be landing. Not on my troops. Oh, he's firing over this way. I need more engineers, more repairs. No, I'm not gonna take that battle phase 3. I'm keeping an eye on this fuel, guys. Oh my gosh, he's sending in tanks right into my AT guns. This is getting spicy. I might be able to take this out before it can take out my tank. Nope. But we're gonna trade. We're gonna trade this. I'm gonna line these up offset in case he tries to go around the cone of fire. He did not. So we just took out 2 tanks for the price of 1 Panzer IV. That's a good trade, guys. It's always what you want to look to do. If an enemy dives, try to trade in your favor. Okay, I need to get repairs going. Oh gosh, that red smoke you want to avoid. Red means bad. Red means bad. Green smoke will be a recon or something of that nature, but a red smoke is always going to be something that can hurt you. Unless it's your teammates. Okay. Always got to remember to get your vehicles repaired, otherwise they are very likely to get killed. Okay, there's a little lull in the battle. I think I might go ahead and check battle phase 3. Might try to get up to our next tier and show you what those tanks are made of. It seems like they've kind of given up on the left, which gives me, you know, more ability to use my focus on the mid VP. My teammate's just getting hammered on that right flank. I gotta be very mindful, because as you saw, those tanks dived on that right flank and it caught me off guard. Speaking of which, I'm getting rocketed. You can see my low health, that's why I'm retreating. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil. I knew this partisan was coming, so I left the scout car here, bringing in the P4. And try to run him over. You can get some crushes if you're able to pinch infantry against. You're able to pinch infantry against certain things. To be honest, I don't know if the Panzer IV can crush. Can somebody in chat confirm that? Uh-oh, this guy has Shreks. Oh, here comes my teammate with the support. Uh-oh, these are the partisans that have Shreks as well, which is dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This is probably going to destroy my vehicle, but I'm committed now. I'm going to try to do as much damage as I can. Because I do not want to lose this repeat. Okay, we survive. I should have used my smoke. Oh my gosh, I left all my troops exposed there. This is the hard part about CoH2, trying to fight battles in 2 places. Okay, I gotta get those repaired. I'm bringing up my AT guns for these T-34s. We get more engineers, more troops. Got lots of manpower to... Hope these AT guns can catch them off guard. Oh, why did my guy leave? Oh no. He didn't get on the points. Alright, I need more infantry. Stat. I need more infantry. That's an air strafe. Dang it, I'm probably throwing this game just by a lack of using my manpower. I'm gonna send one engineer to go cap this VP. We gotta get on this point. Try to communicate with my teammate here. We'll see what he thinks. I'm gonna drop a recon plane back here so we can see what they got. You can see our point deficit is pretty bad. I'm gonna use this engineer to tech up to tier 4. Tier 4 gives us access to heavier tanks. Alright, bring up these ATs. Let's sneak up these ATs. Oh, teammate's got a Panther. We're gonna try to cover him. Looks like he's probably gonna lose that. We really gotta get on this point. Get my AT guns out of there. I'm showing my rear armor to these Shreks. Not a smart play. I'm just trying to get a decap here. This tank could obviously gonna win this fight, but I'm just trying to get a decap so we're not bleeding points. Lots of Shreks from the enemy team. I'm gonna get a Panzerwerfer, which is essentially the Wehrmacht's version of the Katyusha. Got some good shots off. We're getting some good kills. We just gotta get on this. We just gotta push them back. Now, Panzerwerfer is gonna be good against these blobs of infantry because a Panzerwerfer actually suppresses. The Katyusha rocket truck does not. Oh gosh, this again. I should be destroying these buildings. This is my bad. Okay, we really gotta get up here. Bringing my AT guns back up. Okay, we have a Panzerwerfer out. This should help us suppress some of this infantry, get them pinned. Throwing a quick grenade down. If you see troops charging, you can catch them off guard. Look at that blob of infantry, comrades. This is going to be good for our Panzerwerfer. Bringing them around. We're just going to unload our volley right there in the middle. They are retreating already. I had this MG set up. Maybe we can catch those squads off guard. Show you what it does. Oh, he's walking into it. Look at that. Yes, that is what we needed. Okay. Let's get this MG not on the ice. The ice can break and you can lose troops. You can lose entire tanks if the ice breaks underneath your tank. So that is something to keep in mind. I need to cap our fuel back. I need to get our AT guns safe. You never want to leave your AT guns too far up and unprotected. One rocket strike could take them all out. I could put barbed wire in the doors. That is a good point. I think I'm going to take this LEFH. That is a cute trick. Oh gosh. He's just spawning more and more of these partisans back here. Very annoying. I should maybe get another... Ooh, there's a free Panzerschreck. I'll just bring my Panzergrens in to deal with this. I think he wants to try to stock up some troops back there and create a big assault. Can't blame him. But we're not going to let him do that. He has nothing to do with these Panzergrens. We're just going to melt him. Absolutely melt him. Another thing I can do is just set up a bunker. So then when he does spawn... okay, I'm going to go ahead and cap this. Treat that to heal up. I'm going to do a recon back here. Now that we just took over this LEFH, I'm going to drop a recon and see if we have any targets of opportunity back there. Here's what I'm going to do. This will really piss him off if I set up a bunker here. As soon as he spawns and tries to get out. Okay, there's some targets. LEFHs can kill these Katyushas in one shot. We'll see if we can get a lucky barrage off. I'm not going to watch it for the sake of trying to actually win these fights. But you can get lucky. Firing a Panzerwerfer on those three squads. Oh, he's gonna get away. We scared him away. Okay, I gotta remember to upgrade this bunker with the MG42 upgrade. Now we're starting to stabilize. This is what you want to see. This is what comebacks are made of, guys. What the heck? Where did this T-70 come from? Thankfully, our Panzer IV is close. I don't know what the... I don't know where he came from. Guys in chat, if you have questions, things that I have not missed. I know we have not built a Panther. I should probably save for a Panther and a Brumbar to show you what those can do. Okay, we are pop capped out. We have 100 out of 100 pop cap, which is bittersweet. It's good because it really shows that we are on a upward trend. I'm gonna go pick up, this is a Panzerschreck on the ground. You can pick these up. We're starting to push their front line forward. Like this is good. This is what you want to see. I'm gonna go ahead and move my tanks. You want to make them fight for this ground back. Got the AI player with 2 Panthers. Guys, Panthers are still considered a medium tank, but these are incredibly resilient. They can take a lot of damage and they're fast, so they're very, very dangerous. And they're great tanks to dive. He's not using them well, obviously. It's the AI. He's just sitting there taking hits. I'm gonna go ahead and try to help him out. Maybe I can 200 IQ. I'm gonna use my smoke to try to cover him. I don't know why I'm trying to help the computer, but you know what? It's just the kind of guy I am. I'm gonna move up my AT guns, press 3, select him, drag him up to the middle of the field. Unable to save. Uh-oh, I hear caddies coming in. I want to get out of... So once you are pop cap, guys, you can't fully reinforce your infantry because you have no room left in your population cap. So you just kind of have to deal with having squads that are incomplete. So we have our MG bunker upgraded. It's going to stop those shenanigans from happening. I should not blob up like this. It's just begging to take a rocket to the face. Alright, so now the ball is in their court. They have to figure out a way to get back into the game. Vida, there's no way a 270 spawned out of a building. He must have just made his way back, or he was hiding there the entire time. That's more likely what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a recon plane. 60 munitions to try to get some sight. Usually worth it. They can shoot it down with anti-air guns. The vision does increase the accuracy of your LEFH as well. This is a great target for an LEFH, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it back there. Oh gosh, I need to get out of there. They are pissed off at that. I'm gonna bring up my Panzerwerfer and try to get some hits on that. Let's go ahead and fire it on this, may as well. See the full ability of this suppression kick in. You can see how devastating that is. Now the closer that you get with these artilleries, the more accurate they are, the less spread that there is around the rockets themselves. So it has the potential to do more kills to infantry. If you fire at its max range, the rockets are going to go in a wider spread and likely do less damage to your intended target. They're gonna have to, they have plenty of time. They have 250 points to play with. We should probably put pressure on this VP to try to make them act faster, because they have a lot of time to try to build up some forces and do a big counterattack. That's why we gotta just try to keep hammering them. Don't want to let them get too comfortable. Keep the pressure on. So one thing that was hard for me to learn was, like, once you take some ground, try to make them earn it back. Don't resort back to your old front line back here. That's an MG42. I should go ahead and pick that up. Don't want to leave weapons on the field unless they are not the type that you want, such as anti-tank, or, as we mentioned earlier, you don't want to replace combat effective units with the type of guns that are not improving your infantry or anti-tank, whichever you want more. Look at all these conscripts coming in. All right, he wants nothing to do with this. We had the numbers advantage and a Panzer IV. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and build more bunkers, guys, because these bunkers do not take up population cap. So this is something the Wehrmacht can start spamming in the late game, put MGs on it, and it makes it more difficult, because now the Allies will have to deal with those bunkers and spend their firepower on those. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these bunkers. I'm gonna upgrade them with the MG42. Put another one over here. So that'll just help slow down random infantry pushes. All right, we got another barrage ready. Oh my gosh, we have a unprotected Katyusha right there, guys. This is when you want to send in a tank. It could be bait, but based on what I've seen from this player, I don't think it is. Going target vehicle only. Oh, I missed my shot. I'm just gonna commit because I really want to see this thing dead. And I missed again, and I got snared. So the dangerous, I'm gonna use my smoke, press T. Get some smoke out of there. We're gonna bring up some support to cover his escape. Hey, Patty's King, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Oh no, my team, the AI walked up there and took the brunt of that Katyusha. So, we did end up missing both shots, and the likelihood is because we were on the move. Now, every tank will have different levels of accuracy on the move. From what I know, Panzer IV is notoriously bad for firing on the move. So that's what happened there. Well, okay, I hear those caddies. That's, gosh, I waited a second too long. Heard those rockets firing. Lost a squad, not the worst thing in the world. We are pop capped out. We have manpower. Once we have this kind of resource advantage, it's not the worst thing to try to get some trades and to make them hurt. Okay, look at that infantry coming, guys. I'm gonna move my Panzerwerfer over there. Now he's kind of stuck there. What is he doing? Still moving. Let's see if we can get a hit. Oh, 2 wipes. Okay, we got a huge push. I'm bringing my AT guns. We need to bring everything over there. I might even do some okay. Oh, okay, guys. I should have built some bunkers over here too. I'm gonna bring my AT guns. Now I can catch them off guard because the plane travels from the outside of the map. Now if I use this drop, if I time it right, I can have it come very quickly off the left side. So that is what I'm thinking about here. Our teammate did go and capture. So you know what, I'm gonna do it here. Let's see if we can catch him off guard. Oh my gosh, this could be devastating. Okay, could have been better. Black vision on that tank, took out the tank. We got these 3 AT guns just wrecking Pack 40's doing work. Look at this blob of infantry. I'm gonna get my Panzerwerfer ready. He's still recharging. Throwing grenades. We are just getting double assaulted. Thankfully, my AI teammate is everything I wanted. Okay, we need to shift focus here. Holy cow. I'm gonna start shelling this retreat path just because I think these guys are gonna retreat. So if they do retreat, maybe we'll get a lucky LEFH shot on them. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a Werfer. It looks like they're gonna push this way. Oh my gosh, there's tanks down here. Holy cow. Okay, he's gonna dodge that. This is gonna be a little dangerous. I'm going on the ice. This is getting sketch. Okay, but they didn't decap the point. That's the one thing we're worried about. Got that tank. Oh my gosh, look at him skid. So guys, since we only have 27 points, the enemy knows, it would seem that they know, they only need to decap, or in other words, cap 1 victory point for a short amount of time in order to bleed us of the points. Technically, that's all they need to do to win. I think that was their desperate push to try to make that happen. But we held them off. We have PopCap now. I'm going to send these engineers back to base, get them healed up, and I'm going to go put an MG bunker down there. I'm going to learn my lesson here. And put this, cover that VP. Tokyo Drift. Yeah, he slid around that corner. I think I'll keep this tank down here probably. Alright, look at all these AT guns. Alright, shift our LEFH up here. Okay, this is actually way too far forward. I would like to show you guys some of these other vehicles, but I would need to lose some units to make that happen. We'll definitely do that in the next game. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a recon back here, see what the enemy's doing. Anticipating another counterattack. I might want to get some troops up here just to give us vision. Sacrifice the P4 for a Tiger. That is a bad idea. You know what? I think I will dive this P4 and we're gonna make a push for this Katyusha. I should have reconned over here to give me sight. There's probably mines, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna get some minesweepers, but you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna try to make a play. We have 3 AT guns. I think a Tiger would be better. We just have so much resource. 13,000 manpower, or 1,300. Oh, putting my smoke on. Try to oh, there's the caddy. Got it. Here's another one. This is what you want to see, boys. 2 Katyushas for a P4 is a great trade. I'm gonna try to target this anti-air gun. If we can get one more shot. Oh, I missed. That was a good trade. That was a good trade. I still can't call in a tiger. I'm still pop capped. I need to throw something else away. Probably don't need the 3 engineers, maybe. That was a heroic Panzer IV. Look at these T-34s just sitting up here. Let's put some pressure on. I'm gonna move these AT guns up. Let's get aggressive. Oh, look at all these T-34s come into play. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of T-34s. I'm calling in my Tiger. This is the push they were waiting for, guys. This is the push they were waiting for. I just lost my infantry. Oh, not a sniper, not a sniper. All right, Tiger, come save us, comrade. Lead us. Now they're probably going to want to sneak cap some VPs. I need to get my troops out of here. All right, we are holding them off. We are holding them off. No, they're capping though. They're capping. We got to stop this. I have a Werfer ready. I need to start firing LAFHs on their lines. Fire my AT on them. Oh no, this isn't good though. Oh, we almost got him. Oh, we stopped the cap. Clutch play. I'm gonna use smoke to get my Tiger out of there. Fired our Werfer back there. We got the AI just swarming it. The AI knows what's up. This is desperate time. They have 75 points. We have 27. This is when CoH2 gets very exciting. These are the moments you live for in this game. This is why you stick to the intense learning curve. Because no other game can make you feel the tension that this can. I'm gonna go ahead and put another bunker down, try to cover this VP. That was a pretty epic push on their part. I gotta hand it to them. Definitely caught me off guard. Yeah, the yellow is an AI. Oh wait, no. Yellow is not. Turquoise is. Oh gosh, I've been calling my yellow player an AI. Oops. The turquoise guy is the computer and he's just going ham. Look at him. This is very winnable. I think that was everything they had. Last push. They don't have a lot of time. We have triple cap on the VPs, so their points are bleeding fast. And we're setting up bunkers. I should probably go... Oh, I didn't upgrade this MG. This VP is vulnerable. You definitely got to keep track of that, guys, if you're low on points. I have lost games with a simple mistake like having no machine gun there. And then they go and decap this. Look at this, see? That's exactly what he's thinking. He wants to come get a desperate decap on this point. So I kind of already anticipated that. I got this MG. Got my troops here. Need to fire this LAFH. Just try to keep some constant artillery down. That's what you want to see, comrades. Oh my goodness. Alright, bringing up our Panzerwerfer. Let's see if we can get one last strike. On the mid VP. This could be good. Oh, oh my gosh. It's super effective. And we got this MG bunker. I mean, those guys stood no chance. They stood no chance. Wow. That's why you play this game, comrades. It's exciting. I feel like I didn't do as good of a job teaching in the second half of that game because it got pretty crazy. So please ask your question. I want to answer any questions that came up during that game. I know we didn't see what a Brumbar was. We didn't really see a Panther in my hands. We saw our teammate's Panther. What was that green bar? That was just a rank up on the ladder, because so it was just telling me that I ranked up on the leaderboard. Why click A instead of clicking a unit when choosing more targets for the machine gun? Great question. If you click without pressing A and you miss the unit you want to target, your machine gun will pick up and position in that direction, which is not what you want. You do not want your machine gun breaking down and setting up while it's in the middle of a fight. If you click A and click on the unit, it will shift targets. But if you miss the unit, because it's easy to do, the unit's on the move, there's a lot going on. If you miss, your machine gun's not going to decrew and move its whole position.